Hey guys, what's going on? It's Grant and Shelby again, back with another week challenge. This week we are going a full week without caffeine. This is going to be really tough because we both are caffeine addicts. We will both admit to it. We take roughly around upwards to 4, maybe even 500 milligrams a day.
Yeah.
And so what that does is that, I mean, we're just addicted and seem like we can't function without it. And that's the big reason why I also wanted to do this challenge, because of...
We were becoming reliant on a substance that is a drug. Caffeine is a drug, and it is very addictive, which we both obviously have fallen subject to its addictive qualities. You know, it's not necessarily terrible for you when used in moderation. I don't think we were getting up to the point where it's like dangerous by any means. No. We're just, like you said, I explained it to somebody in the sense of I get up and I drink a cup of coffee, not to wake up, but to actually function as a person. You know, that kind of opened my eyes to the fact that, okay, maybe this is becoming a problem.
And so that's like the big reason why we're doing this week. We went ahead and started with day 1, so today is day 1. The end of day 1. Right now, I actually am starting to have a splitting headache. I have been increasing my water intake. I've been eating a lot more fruits and vegetables. Gonna push through it. Tomorrow, I think, will be the worst day.
Yes.
Because I'm going to have this headache probably more frequently and more throughout the day than today. Because since I didn't have this until probably, I think like 3 or 4 o'clock. So I mean, it wasn't too bad at the beginning, but like I said, just right now, I'm feeling a little bit more sluggish. I'm feeling a little bit more behind, I guess you could say. And like, I'm ready for bed a lot sooner. I mean, it's like 9 o'clock right now and I'm ready to pass out. So even though the Chiefs are playing. How do you think day 2 will go out for you?
I'm definitely worried, especially at the beginning of the day. Because like you said, today wasn't as bad as I think I had brought it up to be in my head. I will say, I will admit to the fact that I went and got decaf coffee this morning because I knew I needed to be able to just like taste coffee, maybe trick my brain. And again, I will admit, I do understand that decaf coffee is not 100% decaffeinated. You cannot fully take out the caffeine content in coffee. So by that terms, technically I cheated today. Understandably so, as I would say my addiction's been a part of my life for much longer than it has been for you.
Yeah.
Having been a barista for almost 3 years, I had unlimited access to coffee, and it was just a part of my life at that point. So I think 100% cold turkey might actually cause me to just not be functional at all, which I'm not in a point right now where I can be completely dysfunctional, going to school, trying to keep up with tasks with my graduate assistantship and everything. But that being said, 1 cup of decaf coffee as compared to, like you said, the 500 milligrams or so of caffeine a day, I'd say today was still a victory in that sense. I might do it tomorrow just because I'm scared for tomorrow because my headache's starting to set in now. My fatigue's really hitting me now, and Tuesdays are my long days, and
yeah, that's true.
I have a lot to do tomorrow that I can't necessarily afford to be 100% dysfunctional, but I mean, who knows, the 1 cup of decaf may not even help me at this point, who knows. Today wasn't the worst. I kept myself busy. I had a good amount to do. Like you said, I drank a ton of water today because I anticipated the headache. Took ibuprofen before my 3-hour class tonight, and I think that helped, but I am already starting to feel how tomorrow's gonna go, and I'm not necessarily looking forward to it.
One thing that was really interesting was that I hit a productivity wall. Like, I just completely stopped like wanting to work. When usually I would sit down for work and I would just go, you know, balls to the wall for like the whole time. I mean, like, I would just sit there for 6, even 7 hours, and I would just work and work and work and make sure I'm doing everything right. But then today, I mean, like, once 2 to 3 hit, I was done. I was like, I don't want to be here. I am done with the day. It felt like I mean, I literally just hit a wall at 3. So looking forward for day 2 and for
Glad you are.
yeah, whatever. Signing off for now.
Sure.
We'll be fine. All right, guys. Day 2. We are just wrapping that up. I had 0 caffeine. You good?
Well, like
I know, I can see, like, you can't even see or didn't have any caffeine. Woke up, felt horrible. Went to the gym. I felt like it wasn't as good of a workout. I felt like I was really going through the motions, which really troubled me. Got to work, felt pretty good during work. It wasn't until later on, like throughout the day, that I didn't want any part of it. So I definitely hit a wall again. And one thing I really found that was really interesting was that, yeah, I have a lot of fatigue, you know, I've been wanting to sleep more, but what's really troubling is that I am finding it hard to say the words that I want to say. Like, that's kind of the weirdest thing, is that I guess my brain isn't really functioning to its high level that what it used to be with caffeine in it. So it's weird. It's really, really weird, and it threw me with a loop and threw me in a loop. See what I mean? I'm telling you, it just happens every once in a while. Yeah, that's the biggest thing I noticed today. How was your day today?
Oh, my day was the worst. Yesterday's prediction of today being really bad was very correct. I woke up, workout was okay for me. I didn't have as tough of a time as you did.
Yeah.
I got through a couple hours of work today okay, but then at around 11 o'clock the headache started setting in. And I came home, ate lunch, and it was getting to the point where like my entire head was just pulsing. My headache was so overbearing. I couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't do anything. Standing up made me like dizzy because my head would just start pounding. I took ibuprofen every time it started flaring up, and ibuprofen didn't touch my headache. Or maybe it did and my headache was just that bad. But I had a full day planned of things to do to kind of set me up for the rest of this month. And instead of doing those things, I laid down and took an hour nap. Which, if you know me, naps are not my thing. I don't take them unless I either feel absolutely horrible or got like 30 minutes of sleep the night before. I got plenty of sleep. I fell asleep at like 9:15.
Something like that.
The sleep had no effect on me. I didn't necessarily feel tired, but the headache was just completely overwhelming. It got to the point where I had to go to class, and I knew I could not function at the state that I was in. Maybe for me it might be more realistic to wean off of caffeine as opposed to going cold turkey. So I did end up consuming some caffeine today. I got some green tea. And it was only 44 milligrams of caffeine, which in the grand scheme of things is a significantly lower amount than what I'm used to. But as soon as I consumed the caffeine, my entire world turned around. My headache went away. I was not a terrible person
You
to
saw
be
bright
around.
colors.
It's like the Claritin commercial. Like it just takes away the fog, and I felt like a person again, which that really opened my eyes to how much I needed this.
Yeah.
I did not know the severity of my addiction to caffeine until today, honestly. I knew I liked it, and I knew I consumed a lot of it. I actually realized I needed it to function as a person. That was really eye-opening for me, and I'm gonna be strategic this week. Like I said, I don't think cold turkey is necessarily the best avenue for me, but I definitely want to use this week to cut back significantly and maybe keep my intake, somewhere between like 50 and 60 milligrams and below until I can start actually completely cutting it out, which isn't necessarily my ultimate goal. I like coffee too much just as like a thing to enjoy, not necessarily for the caffeine, so I think cutting back is more my goal for this week.
I think also the reason of taking or of drinking or even of consuming something is also important, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, like, you drink coffee because of you enjoy the taste, because of you enjoy it, and like it's your thing, right? Whereas I take caffeine in order for me to not function, but I guess optimize at a higher level. Or like work at a higher level. So that's kind of the thing, is that I'm just working at a lower level. That's why it's not really hitting me as hard. Yeah. But for you, it's your actual like life. Like it's actually like something that you enjoy. You're taking away of.
Yeah, usually like my first cup of the day is something to enjoy, but then you know the rest, whatever I consume throughout the day, yes I do enjoy, but usually my like mid-afternoon and then like before the evening coffee. Man, I sound like a total addict, man. But the purpose of those was different. It was, all right, I know I'm gonna start hitting a slump soon. I'm gonna beat it, and I'm gonna drink my caffeine. I was grumpy today.
Yeah, I was a little bit grumpy today. I'll admit that. I was grumpy at work at the beginning, but later at the end I was okay. All right, day 3's coming up. What I feel is that I'm gonna sooner or later get over the hump. I think it's going to be until Thursday for me personally. Yeah. I feel like tomorrow's also going to be another slow day. I'm also going to probably need more sleep than ever. Probably maybe balance that out a little bit. I also have a lot of stuff work to do, so I'm going to try to stay focused, but I don't think I will. I feel like this is going to be my hardest day. I really, really do, because today was going to be, but for some reason it just didn't really hit me that hard. So all right, so day 2's done. Looking into day 3.
Frost. I'm not giving you enough attention.
She's like, hello, hi.
Hi. Can I help you?